You know, Australia has a marvellous sporting reputation overseas. Just look at our runners. Betty Cuthbert, Herb Elliott, Robert Trimboli. Here at the Institute of Sport in Canberra, we're training our athletes to new levels of fitness, discipline and oral hygiene, and stitching them into tighter speedos than ever before. But it hasn't all been easy. This team has had to raise its own airfares by selling raffle tickets for 20 cents each. Just when it seemed hopeless, the government stepped in and agreed to buy one. That's the kind of support that we need. Because in 2 short months, these people, the thickened cream of Australian sporting talent, have bought a plane for Edinburgh. And by the time they're carried off at the other end and the toilets have been hosed out, the games will be on in earnest. And then all that stands between Australia and gold will be the 3 big Fs: fearlessness, fortitude and luck.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, here we are. This is the 3rd show. This is halfway through the series, and I can't tell you how excited I am about it because it's actually television. And I'm one of these people who believes in television. I know it works by magic, and I'm the sort of person who watches it and wants it to work, you know? Like, this time, Gilligan, you're going to get off that island. So even when they're stupid, even when they're really dumb people like Hoss Cartwright. You know, when he's sitting there, it's like a refrigerator with a head and a hat. He's always say things like, "See, Paul, where is the Ponderosa?" And Lawrence Green's going, "I don't know, Hoss, someone burns this bloody map every week. I don't know." Channel 2 always has such great shows. Great comedy shows. D-Generation, Gillies. So What? All the big things you tune in for. The Meldrum Tape, big. It's like... There's also those cartoons. How could you live without ABC cartoons? You know, things like The Nutty Squirrels. Not funny, just sort of zen. And all those other early ones like Captain Pugwash. Early rap dancing. Bizarre ones like Clutch Cargo, where just their lower lips move. "No, Clutch, let's go." And you're sitting watching going, "Whoa, mushrooms, never again, no." But the favourite one has to be on the ABC, Doctor Who. And they always play Doctor Who between 5 and 6 every evening because you can't listen to that music when it's dark. It's just too scary for words. You know, you're sitting there and it's going, no, 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 no. So they're going, "Oh." Get the Labrador to sit and watch it with you. And you're both sitting there going, "Oh." I could never understand in Doctor Who, like, what is the big deal about dialects? I can't understand. They're all sitting around, they're playing cards, no, jack, snap, all that sort of stuff. Someone will come running in. "The dialects are coming! The dialects are coming! What do we do? What do we do?" "Quick, run upstairs." Well, that's it. What are the dialects going to do? They don't have legs. It's like exterminate, stuff it, stairs. Goodbye, cruel world. Excuse me a minute, excuse me.
Don't try and stop me.
Okay, everyone, keep calm. Please, keep calm. Let me through. Now, careful. One wrong word now could send him straight over the edge. That's your son? Talk to him. I think he needs a rational word right now.
Jeff, this is your mother speaking. Listen, Jeff, I know we've got our problems in our family, but before you jump, just ask yourself one question, son. Are you wearing clean undies? I put them out for him every morning on the clothes horse, but...
I'm gonna jump!
What we really need now is a net.
Here I am!
One more joke like that and I really will jump.
You're his girlfriend?
Ex-girlfriend,
great. See if you can talk him down.
Hello? Jeff? Love. Look, I know that our relationship's on the rocks.
Annette, talk him down. Don't bring him down.
Jeff, I know you think you're a worthless, insignificant little twerp. I know that a lot of people think that.
Annette, could you get to the positive part, please?
I have.
Perhaps I may be of assistance?
Please, Father, go for it.
Some words of comfort for the lad?
Yeah.
Jeff, my son, bear in mind that taking one's own life is a mortal sin, and he who transgresses shall perish in the eternal fires of hell, to have his liver plucked out by vultures every day at 3 o'clock.
Thanks, Father. Father, thanks. Love your work in the tent. That's great stuff. You've really helped a lot. Let me handle this. Jeff, mate! Come on, you've got too much to live for.
Oh, like what?
Like your job. Think about that, Jeff. You love working with animals, and in a couple of months you'll be running those abattoirs. Okay, what about your girlfriend?
She left me.
Your family?
Oh, they don't care.
Jeff, mate, think for a moment. If you kill yourself now, you'll never find out how the government's economic trilogy works out.
I voted Liberal.
I'm feeling much better this week. Thank you for asking. It's been 3 weeks now since Simon and I agreed to go our separate ways, and he moved out. He's living at my best friend Bev's flat for a while. According to Bev, he's really taken the breakup hard. She's doing everything she can to comfort him. Apparently he's a real handful. I felt pretty bad about hurting him that deeply because until Bev told me, I thought he'd dropped me. So I invited him around for a meal on Monday night so we could talk about things and, you know, maybe get back together again at some time. Bev came too, which was a nice surprise. I hadn't been expecting her, but she thought I might need some moral support with Simon. I wasn't very hungry as it happened, so Bev ate most of mine. She's got a very healthy appetite. Simon must have been upset. He certainly drank a lot. I told him he wasn't to drive home and he could sleep in my bed. I slept on the couch. Bev slept in the spare room after she could get a taxi. I felt awfully guilty. I think the food must have been off. I heard Simon tossing and turning all night, and Bev was forever going to the bathroom. And come the morning, his sheets were in a dreadful tangle and drenched to the bone. So Lord knows what he must have gone through. I had to wash them twice. But don't say anything if you see him. He'd be awfully hurt.
We're having a party.
to a friend of mine the other day, and he was telling me about an opinion poll they held in America to judge the sexiest woman in the world. And you know who won? That's right, Joan Collins. They obviously should have made it the sexiest woman alive. That woman has had so much cosmetic surgery, I don't even think they know what she's made out of anymore. Except that maybe her shoulders are bits of Toblerone and the rest of her's petrochemical byproduct. I think if she went out in the sun, she'd photosynthesize, which is really hard to say. But the important thing to think about is, if she's the sexiest woman in the world, what does that say for the adults who voted her as the role model? I mean, if that's what adults vote for, what hope have children got?
Bend and stretch, reach for the stars. Here comes Jupiter, there goes Mars.
OK, kids, commercial break.
Jesus. Are you all right? You look so, depressed.
I turned 6 yesterday. 6! God! Sounds so much older than 5.
Well, we're all getting on, but you're holding your age remarkably well. Compared to Ondine.
Oh, God, yes. She's a 4-year-old trapped in a teenager's body.
Of course, you know she does a lot of coke.
I'm falling apart, Whitney. I work out every day on the jungle gym, but lately even show and tell's a strain. Oh, God, I need a musk stick. I know I shouldn't.
No, it's okay. Look, there's a low musk. Now, come on! You're in great shape for someone your age. Bitch. Look, no one can hold on to 5 forever. And you won't find happiness in the bottom of a Ribena bottle. Now, look, it's your birthday. You should celebrate.
I said to Mum and Dad, I don't want a party, I don't want presents, I just don't want to know. So what happens? I come home from speech therapy to find them hiding minties in the garden, bread with hundreds and thousands. I could have died.
Now, look, you're overreacting.
Am I? Mum and Dad took me to one of these blue light creches the other night. I felt like a geriatric amongst most of those kids. The music was so loud I couldn't hear myself think. Woke up with the teddy bear's picnic ringing in my ears. Felt churny, listless.
You're not
pregnant? Gagged me with a spoon, I hope not. Simon Barker from Year 2 asked me to play doctors and nurses yesterday.
Did you?
No way, he overservices.
Yes, ready, please, Mr. Music. I hope we're not even more bend and stretch. I'm just not in the mood.
Me either. I'm starting to get bend marks.
Could be worse. Bend and stretch, reach for the stars. Here comes Jupiter, there goes Mars.
Good morning, everybody. Hello, darling. Got a camera, have you? Sure you'd like a photo of Gary, wouldn't you? There you go, Billy. There you go. Come on. You getting here in shot? Okay. How about a bit of an autograph as well, sweetheart? Hey, somebody. Come on, somebody. Okay, and the stamp there? There you go. Just insert your name there, sweetheart. Okay, fantastic. Please have a good time and enjoy. Okay, fantastic. Billy. Let's say I listen, I care. Yeah, it was me. Okay, fantastic.
10 seconds to studio.
I didn't know we had a photo session.
You want to mix it with the Jerry, sweetheart? Go for it.
How can you stand their smell of talcum powder and bad feet?
Oh, I thought that was you, sweetheart.
Good morning, I'm Trish Treadwell.
And I'm Gary Quest, and you're watching Elevenses, the show that tries to be nice.
Gary, I've got to tell the people at home there's a terrific buzz in the studio this morning.
That's right, because today we have a special guest.
You know him from A Country Practice. He's one of the most talented members of the cast, and by the looks of the show, I think he writes most of the scripts.
Ladies and gentlemen, would you welcome Fatso the Wombat?
Now, that's a stage name, isn't it? You spent your early years in the bush foraging for insects.
No, Trish, a wombat's a vegetarian. It eats roots and...
Leave it out, Gary. on to a dazzling stage career. Trofimov in the Cherry Orchard. An acclaimed King Lear. We've got a surprise for you. No, we have some early footage. If you'd just like to look at the monitor there. In fact, it's your Hollywood debut, and opposite Jeremy Irons, you were the French Lieutenant's Wombat.
And who will forget your touching portrayal of the kamikaze pilot who dive-bombed Pearl Harbor in Wombat.
I think you won a Logie for that, and now loved by millions on TV. Gosh, you must have been upset when Molly died. No?
I don't think Fatso saw the Countdown Awards, Trish.
A personal question now, and I'm just going to throw this one at you. Is it true about you and Grant Dodwell?
I'm afraid that's all we have time for. It's 7 past the hour. Here's News Update.
Take it away, Brian.
Hi there, I'm your anchor Brian, and these guys are my minders. Okay, lads, back to the PM's department, and if you run into the treasurer on the way, I think you know what to do. The Prime Minister, Mr. Hawke, has cancelled an international series of golf games to deny that there is any rift between himself and that bastard Keating. Police made more than 30 arrests and had to use tear gas and trained dogs to control official delegates inside today's economic mini-summit meeting. The riot took place during the distribution of travel and meal allowances. More ugly scenes are expected tomorrow if discussions ever turn to the economy. Outside the summit meeting, the opposition's own minder, Wilson Ironbar Tucky, said he could easily bring Australia's economy back into line if someone would just hold it against the wall while he hit it with a truncheon. US President Ronald Reagan, who is not senile, now believes the same Star Wars technology which could destroy all life on Earth may help mankind establish contact with intelligent life in other parts of the universe. There's a contradiction in there somewhere, but I'm damned if I can put my finger on it. Sometimes, when you're performing, there's this incredible energy that comes at you from the audience. It's a love thing. Sometimes it's so strong it hurts and you have to cry out loud, said stage and screen multi-megastar Liza Minnelli at a press conference today before being admitted to the Bethlehem Institute for the Terminally Intense. The compassionate and popular radio personality Darren Hinch has been offered a starring role in the TV serial Prisoner. In the series, Hinch is to play the part of a media fanatic wrongly convicted of taking the law into his own hands. The part of his grieving wife will be played by Jackie Weaver. And finally, medical history was made in America this week when a newborn baby leapt from its mother's womb, threw a pair of forceps at a nurse, and repeatedly screamed abuse at doctors before storming out of the labour ward altogether. The child's father, John McEnroe, has refused to comment on the incident. That's it from me. Until next week, in the wise words of that ancient poster and pop song, Desider Rubbish, remember, today is the last day of the previous part of your life. Happy motoring. Good night.
Thanks. It's like that, though, isn't it? In the ABC, there's that exciting buzz, because here in the studios, you know, you're dealing with history, because this building was made in 1890, and a lot of the equipment's still the same, and most of the crew. But there is that nasty side effect that you get with an old building. It's got unwanted tenants. You know, we're talking about little scuttly ones. Spiders, mainly. I mean, anything else you can deal with, but spiders, there's something sort of about spiders, you know? It's like, if you see them in the street, it's okay. You walk along, there's a gang of them down on the corner around a lighted rubbish bin, and they're singing a cappella songs, and you can just avoid them, just walk away. But they get into your studio or they get into your house, you've got to do something about it, you know? You can't just run. And it's then adrenaline takes over. I think you get that fight or flee adrenaline happening, and the spider is in your house and you start to get angry. So you go for the weapon that hangs over your fireplace. Your grandfather gave it to your father, and he gave it to you. The thong. Take it down off the wall and you've got a weapon that's capable of killing. You're stalking the spider. He hasn't even seen you yet. He's still watching TV. And you're creeping up on him with the thong. You get up behind him and you go whack, whack, whack. And you miss. And you get him angry. And he takes it off you and says, give me that. And you can't stop yourself. You've gone crazy. You're going, die, you mongrel. Die, 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 die. But you miss again because they're very quick on 8 legs. He gets really angry with it and he goes for you, rears back on his hind legs and he's going, come on, have a go. Come on, have a go, you mongrel. I've got 6 legs. Come on, have a go. I'm short, back and hairy. Have a go, have a go. You weigh like 185 pounds and you're going, no, you have the kitchen. That's fine. You have it. Studio's yours, mate. You take it. Flies are great because they're not too bad. They're always drunk. They come in off the garbage dump, smashed out of their minds. They can't even fly in a straight line. They're always like this, going everywhere, but they're happy. They come into your house going like, hey, what's that? It's a wall. Okay. Hey, look, a hole in the wall. No, that's a window. Fine. And when they're stunned, you get them with the fly spray and down they go. Some spiders aren't too bad. I mean, some I don't mind. Like daddy long-leg spiders. You know, because they don't do much. You know, they just sort of hang around. Just sort of there. Yep, I guess I'm a spider. Yep. Oh, might spend something today. Yep. They're sort of daggy spiders, you know. They'd wear flares if they could. They're that type of spider. Some icky things aren't too bad, like mice. I mean, you look at them and you go, yeah. But they're nice because they're very polite. And I've always thought that manners maketh the mouse, you know, because you're just sitting there watching TV and mice will come around, but they won't charge through, they'll just go around your skirting board. It's like they're going past you going, it's okay, don't get up, we know our way. You jump up and go, what is this? Chase them into the kitchen, they're all under a box, you lift it up, like 8 of them go, just one left there, trapped. Wasn't me, it was my mates. Here's the cheese back. Sort of don't have the heart to kill him, you know. It's like, oh, run along, son. I always hide in funny places too. I remember making evening toast, you know, and I've got that funny smell that I had at breakfast time. And I'm thinking, that's a funny smell. I smelt that at breakfast time. And I look in my toaster and sure enough, 2 of them have hidden in there. They're like, their last words were bound to be, what a stupid place to hide. They're great, but the only way to really kill them in a nice sort of way, if you can do anything killing in a nice sort of way, is to set a little mousetrap. You set it, leave it in the kitchen, then you go off to bed all happy, and later on during the night you're lying in bed and you just hear... You're lying in bed going... And you hop up out of bed, you know, laughing, and you're walking down the hallway in your gym jams, you know, open up the kitchen door and click on the light and there's an 8-foot rat in bikie leathers. That's fantastic. Now, I've actually got time to say a good night, so before I do, let's first say thank you to all the people who appeared.
All right, everybody, I just want you to remain calm and remain seated. You right there, son?
I was just sort of finishing my stand-up.
Mark him down as dead in arrival, Sergeant, would you? Well. What a fine little bunch of potential offenders we have here.
Pimps, prostitutes, people with no regard for the law.
Who is that with Jackie Weaver up there?
I want the entire back row to get a haircut.
Constable, arrest this man. Possession of narcotics. He is clearly off his face.
What about his girlfriend, sir?
She's off his face too. Look at them. Classic junkies.
Dilated pupils.
The pale skin, complete loss of fashion sense.
We're going to have a look in your bag, girl. What have you got here?
Let's just check it out, sister.
Zip it for you, sir.
Thank you very much. What sort of... By golly, what do you call this? That's disgusting. You take that out in public, do you, honey? By golly.
Makes me sick.
Certainly does. By golly, what else we got here? The back...
Oh, my God, Sarge.
What?
Will you look at that? This is what we've been talking about.
Now, that is disgusting. And the people have even got the audacity to advertise on it.
Oh, makes me sick.
Now, the thing that I don't understand is how would you read the advertisement? I mean, find something amusing, do we, son? Find something very funny indeed. Just excuse me, wouldn't you? What about you, Stripey? What's this? Sergeant, I want you to frisk this man.
Oh, I've got the sniffer dog, Sarge.
No, don't bother. This sort of scum usually has something secreted right on their person.
Oh, look, Sarge, a signed verbal confession.
Read it out, trash.
Read it.
Read it, trash.
Yes, I did it.
Go on.
I parked in the loading zone.
Correct.
Yeah.
I deserve to be
Yeah.
and bashed. And bashed and bashed.
Sorry, could you just repeat the last bit there?
Etc.
What do you deserve to be?
Bashed.
That's too right, Sonny Jim. Just consider yourself lucky you got away with that. Well, I think I want you all to accompany us down to the police watch house because we're having a massive pre-royal commission clearance sale. Everything at the city watch house, it's gotta go. Narcotics,
Hallucinogens.
dirty needles, they're all under the gavel.
Our evidence lockers are overflowing.
So why take drugs when we're practically giving them away here at the city watch house?
We're in New South Wales.
Right opposite the National Crime Authority.
And let us fix a deal
For you. Good night.
Just waiting for the takers. Such interesting work here at the ABC.
A nerd.
As in the famous ad, Heidi, danska cream.
Or in Australia, wine, sweets.
Sergeant, arrest
Find something amusing doing, son.
when you should, you're wearing a purple wig.
All right, freeze! The riot took place during the distribution of travellers. I mean,
I don't think we'll record that one.
Pigs in space.
We're training our athletes to new levels of fitness, discipline, and yes, ladies and gentlemen, that's what happens when you put your packed lunch down your pants like that.